All right, let's move on to South Carolina. So their win total set at either 6 or 6.5, depending where you look. They were 7-6 a year ago,
Mhm.
3-5 in conference. Actually, we're only the number 66 team in the country according to F plus, number 87 on offense, number 41 on defense. Projected to take a pretty big step forward by SP plus, number 46 in the country, number 54 on offense, number 40 on defense. Shane Beamer entering his second season. And I feel like there's a lot of positivity about this program, a lot of buzz about South Carolina, and I get it. I think I'm in on them in the long term to, like, maybe they become what Kentucky has kind of become, or maybe even better. Like, they could be better than that in the long
Mhm.
run. So obviously
Mhm.
they bring in Spencer Rattler this year. Have some good running backs. Marshawn Lloyd is the former highly ranked recruit. Christian Beal Smith, who they got from Wake Forest. They're both pretty talented. Josh Vann, the receiver, had a really good year and he comes back. Their offensive line was pretty bad last year. Don't know. If there's a whole lot of hope for it to improve. Their defensive line might be a bit of a different story. I like it. I like their talent there. You have guys like Zach Pickens and Jordan Birch. Those are
Um,
big names. Like, you feel good about them. I think maybe Jordan Birch underperformed just a little bit. Like, for the former, like, he was 5 star, borderline 5 star, but you're looking for him to take that next step. You're looking for their defensive line to really own it. They need to stop the run better. They were not very good at stopping the run last year. The star of their defense is Cam Smith, their cornerback, potential first round type of talent, very good player. To me, it feels like they weren't as good as their record last year, and if they would repeat their record, I feel like that would be a sign that they took a step up. Do you agree with that, or do you feel like they were a legit 7-6 team a year ago and have a chance to be an 8 or 9 win team?
well, no, I think they were legitimate last year, but I still think they'll probably be 6-6 again this year, just because I think the schedule's so hard. Like, their
Fair.
schedule's brutal, man. Like, you look at who they're playing. They get always that last game at Clemson this year, which always sucks. Georgia, Arkansas, Kentucky, Florida, Texas A&M, like Tennessee. These are all teams that are probably at some point going to be in the top 25 that they have to play. And like, I 7-5, if they somehow manage to go 7-5, I think that is a huge win for South Carolina and for Shane Beamer. I think
Yeah.
I don't think there's really many easy games on here. After
Mm-hmm.
you, like, they do have 3 easy non-conference, but after that, it's going to be a lot of fistfights for South Carolina this year. And to say that they're not as good as their record was last year is maybe a little unfair. I mean, you're right. They did get to beat up on Florida after Florida
Right.
had kind of quit on their coach.
November,
Like,
Florida. Yeah.
correct. They got a free win there, but like, South
They beat
Carolina was good.
Vanderbilt by 1 point.
They no, I know they did, which isn't saying, yeah, no, fair enough. But like, they did come out and beat North Carolina in their bowl game. Like,
Sure.
that's something there. They competed. They competed in ways they hadn't years past. I think a name you didn't mention as a transfer in was Austin Stogner, the tight end
Oh, yeah.
that came with Spencer Rattler from Oklahoma.
Right.
Yeah, I with them and Josh Vann, the receiver, who was really good
Mm-hmm.
a year ago. Hopefully, he is again. Like, okay, the number 6,
Six
I
or six
think
and a half. Yeah.
6.5. Okay, at 6, I'm going to take 6.5 and go under. I think 6-6 is probably the most likely scenario.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's too many tough games. I think they can be a really, really good team and go 6-6 just like they did last year. They might have improved. They might be a better team this year than they were last year, but I don't think the record will reflect that.
Yeah, I think they were worse than their record a year ago, and I think they'll be better than their record this year.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm slightly under. I'm taking the 6.5 number and going under. It feels like a 6 win team. Like, that just kind of feels like about right for them.
Yeah.
I think they're probably favored in 5 games, and they probably managed to get somebody. But yeah, it's a tough schedule, and that's honestly what it comes down to. Obviously, you have to play Clemson every year, and Clemson is good. We all remember the Steve Spurrier days when South Carolina couldn't lose to Clemson for a while there. But those days are over, and it's just hard to finish your schedule that way when you already have to play Georgia every year. And yeah, so I like the team. I think Spencer Rattler will be good. I don't
Mm-hmm.
expect him to be top 10 draft pick good,
Yeah.
but I will also wouldn't be shocked if he weaseled his way into the first or second round next year just because he played so well at South Carolina. And I think if he does play that well, like there's a world where they win 8 games. 6-6 to me feels like the play here.